It's Sunday, it's the weekly market forecast.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've got two extra pairs for us to look at today. We do the classic EURUSD DXY that we're going to be looking at, but also we've got GBPUSD and gold to look at today. Gold's looking particularly nice, so we're going to have a look at that, see what's going on there. What was I going to say?
I think my brain just committed suicide. I can feel it bleeding.
It is a particularly exciting week. We start a new challenge today. So keep an eye on my stories on Instagram at StrongMoneyForex, and I'm going to talk you through every single trade that I take on that challenge and the process. I'm working with a company called CTI, City Traders Imperium at the moment. One of the only prop firms out there that are really open and honest with what they do, and I've got a discount code below as well. This is not me just blowing smoke. I've worked with lots of prop firms over the years, so I'm doing some work for them on their podcast.
I can feel it bleeding.
I'm on the way to get some funding from them as well, so I'm going to talk you through my experience. I'll give you my honest experience with them, working with them, what payouts are like, what the funding is like, what the account's like, and that sort of thing. So yeah, check out the link in the description. There'll be a discount code in that link, and let's get into the forecast. So looking at our chart for the DXY, let's just tidy this up a little bit because it is a little bit mucky, as you can see. Let's have a look at our weekly time frame. Let's see what we've got. So we've got quite a nice spike there. I do quite like the look of that. I'm going to be paying attention to that. That's a really nice major level, so we keep an eye on that. We're also going to mark on this weekly low here, so let's mark that one on. That's not what I wanted. Let's mark that one on. Okay, weekly high, weekly low. Then we've got our daily areas, nothing that interesting in there really. We've got a daily level there that I would definitely have a look at. Daily level there, let's mark that one on. Daily, and I'll probably pay attention to that daily level there. Other than that, there's not really that much on the daily chart. Dropping down to the hourly, let's have a look at what we're looking at here. So with a fresh set of eyes on this marketplace, we've got a couple of areas that we can trade from. We've got a very clear range here. We haven't actually confirmed bullish price action yet, but that is a really clear range. Ultimately though, in terms of, if we go up a time frame, just see what is actually going on in this marketplace. Let's have a look at the 4-hour time frame. We are still in this kind of this bearish push down, this bearish leg. So for me, this is kind of internal structure. If I mark on this bearish leg from the high to the low down here, that gives us a little bit more guidance as to what we could be seeing. In terms of where I'm going to be trading from, I'll definitely be looking at this level here. I might be looking at this high here, and I'll definitely be looking at that level there. So let's pay attention to these areas. Let's see what happens when price gets to them. We are ultimately bullish, so I've still got a bullish bias here. And we have regained efficiency from this zone here. If we mark that one on, we have actually regained efficiency. We've tagged that zone. Now I don't like the idea of this just immediately reversing. It might happen, but for me, I want a little bit more structure in this zone. I want price to kind of be coming down a little bit further, maybe making some false moves like we kind of had there. Coming into Monday, we need to see some sort of rejection from this zone if we're going to be going bullish again. It does make sense for us to go bullish because we are on a bullish time frame, but then we have had this bearish break, so it's in an area of confusion at the moment. This entire area here that we're looking at, we need to be paying close attention to it and seeing. Ideally, we want a break of that level and a break of that level. That's where we're going to get our key trades from. So let's just keep an eye on those and we'll go from there. EURUSD, let's mark on our weekly highs and lows. So simple analysis. Okay, we've got down here the opposite really. That could be our major level. Okay, it's valid because it's got two candles higher either side. We've got another major level there, but that is more just a weekly zone. Mark that one on. Weekly zone. Daily time frame, yeah, almost identical to the DXY, just upside down as you can see. Daily level there. That's an important one to pay attention to. We've got this internal daily level here. We keep an eye on that. I'm not that fussed by it, if I'm honest. And then 4-hour time frame, again, same sort of structure. So we did, as you can see here, we did swept that external liquidity point. Okay, so our range ultimately was broken. Now, for me to be trading this, okay, I'm trading this bearish all day long. This was our previous range. from there to there. We swept it and we rejected. So this tells us, as we looked at in the last video really, this tells us that we're bearish. We then had this really bearish push, and look at this horrible corrective move back up. So for me now, I'm going to be looking at internal liquidity points. So I've got this bearish push down from here to here. Let's mark that one on there. Okay. I've got some external liquidity on this daily level. So external there. I've got a range liquidity. Got a range liquidity on this zone there. Let's mark that one on. Range. Make it blue. Nope, not white. Just so you can see it a little bit easier. Okay, we've got range liquidity there. We've got external liquidity there. Let's do the same thing so you can see it a little bit clearer. Okay, and then up here, we've got our next external liquidity. So these for me, if I'm just simplifying what I'm going to be looking at this week, okay, we've got this kind of channel pattern moving up like that to that. Okay, it's kind of expanding at the moment, which is not ideal, but you can see it's very corrective. From here to here it took a day, whereas from here to here it took 9. Really corrective move back up. So I'm going to be looking at these 3 areas: daily high there, range there, external there. Any one of these areas now, and we're in premium pricing, could be good for shorts. So for EURUSD, I'm going to be looking at shorts. That's what I'm going to be aiming for. Let's mark this on so you can see it a little bit clearer. Okay, that's what I'm going to be looking for there. Now, I'm going to hazard a guess, although GBPUSD was requested, I'm going to hazard a guess that we're going to be pretty much looking at the exact same thing. Let me remove everything off here. Let's start at the beginning. So same as always, we mark on our weekly low. That is just a weekly low because you'll see that this candle's lower than that candle, so it's not a major low. Mark weekly low there, weekly high there. We then, on our daily time frame, we've got similar sort of levels here. Let's mark that one on. Daily. Really mucky price action up there. Going up to our 4-hour time frame. So a little bit more of a break this time. Okay. But we're still, this would have been our bearish range. We broke it, swept it, pushed back down. We're still really in, a bearish market. We haven't had that confirmation. We haven't had that second break of structure yet. We might get it, but we haven't had that second break of structure yet. In terms of where we are in the higher time frame, yeah, do you know what? This could be an area we look at going bullish from. Okay, if we zoom out to our daily, this is, a bullish kind of weekly maybe. Yeah, I mean that is a weekly bullish range, so we could be looking at that to go bullish from. We are in discount of that weekly bullish range, but again, I need some more confirmation on that first. For now, I'm going to be trading my day trades. I'm going to be looking at bearish plays really, okay? And the beauty of this is that my bearish plays only come into action when I've reached these areas. So we do the same as we did earlier. Mark on our level here. Okay, that's our external. Mark on level there. That's our external. And mark on this last high. Be one of these two anyway. It's either that one or the one just above. It doesn't really matter too much. It could be that one. Yeah, it could be that one, or it could be that one. Either one of them really. Okay, this is where we're going to be looking at range and external liquidity points. Let's see what we get from there. For me, am I going to be buying from here? If I get a really nice setup, I might take a buy from here. If we get a really nice setup like that, yeah, maybe. There's no harm in it. Definitely no harm in it. We've got reason to go bullish. We have had a bullish play, but I'm still looking at price action as a whole. And price action is corrective bullish and impulsive bearish. So for me, that's not an indication. All we've done is we've swept one high. That doesn't mean we've broken bullish. For us to break bullish, we've got to do this. And then we can start looking at buys. If price breaks its own structure, then we can start looking at it. If that becomes a break of structure, then we can start looking at, bearish plays. But until that happens, I'm still, bullish plays. Until that happens, I'm still bearish ultimately. last but not least, gold's looking great. I've left most of my markings on there just because it's in such a good position. Weekly level there, which we'll mark on from last week. Okay, so that's our weekly level. We've clearly now got our major level down here, so let's mark that one on as well. Okay, and we have taken out both daily. That's dead, so it goes red. If it's dead, it goes red. And we've taken out our major, which is also dead. So for me, this is now prime for shorts. Okay, looking at the higher time frames, we have broken past this and we've swept these levels. For me, I'm looking at shorts all day long. We're clearly in premium pricing. We might have corrected to go bullish. I mean, in terms of higher time frame, you know, we are still technically in a bullish range. You know, I would expect price to come down to here to take some orders to go bullish again, but this level here has not broken highs. You know, if this move here had broken a new high, then, you know, we could be looking at, you know, more bullish plays. So again, it's a little bit confused on the gold chart, but if I get some sort of setup off here to indicate to me, you know, push down, false breaker structure, and then MSU setup, I'm taking that all day long. Take out that weekly level, get into that one there, stop above the high down to here, you know, just as an example, a 5-hour trade, yeah, all day long I'll take that. I'll be more than happy to take a trade like that. In terms of kind of medium time frames, what we're looking at, well, you know, we've taken out of this range, that daily level was also the range liquidity. That major level was the external liquidity. So for us now, we are perfectly, why is that not tagging? Come on. Put that up there. Right, for us now, we're clearly sweeping external structure, and we have swept it, as you can see. We haven't tagged it and then broken above it and closed above it. If you look at high time frame structure and high time frame liquidity, we've broken above it, we've immediately reversed. So this would be a really good short. So for me, I'm looking at shorts on gold. I don't trade GBPUSD, but it would be a very similar setup on GBPUSD as EURUSD. EURUSD would be shorts as well. The DXY, as we've discussed, will be generally bullish because of the bullish high time frame. So, you know, everything's lined up and it should be a really good trading week. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Been a little bit longer than normal for the weekly forecast, but appreciate you checking in. And yeah, hopefully we have a good week of trading. Thank you.